Insider by Superstocks by Jesse Stine. It's part memoir, part autobiography about a period in time where Jesse Stine turned about 50 grand into 7 million. Okay, it's part trading, part self-help motivation. Okay, Stine opens up. He tells his story, his thoughts, his opinions about life, about the market. I like it because he lets you into his world. A lot of trading books nowadays, they're well researched, they're well written, but they're very stale. And Stine, this is an autobiography, it's a memoir. He lets you into his world, and it's kind of nice to get in there. He comes right out at the beginning and says he specializes in doing one thing very well. So it's not a general book, okay? It doesn't give you a lot of different strategies. It details how he operates, okay? You don't have to follow everything he talks about, but there's definitely some nuggets in here that you can grab. For example, he likes to trade really small companies. He'll buy a stock that's $100 million because he thinks it has the potential to go to $500 million, or a $200 million stock that can go up to $1 billion. Okay, and he also trades cheaper stocks. He looks for a stock that's like $6-7, wants to ride it up to the high 20s, which is great. He also trades stocks that are a buck or two. Okay, which for me is too small. Okay, but again, there's definitely some nuggets in here. He admits that most of his trades don't work. But by cutting his losses and really pressing his winners, those couple of big winners make all the difference. Okay, he hates the media. He thinks it's a drug, which I agree with. Most people are addicted to it, and social media is included in that. He talks about how most stocks are not worth your time. Okay, but at any given time, there tends to be a couple stocks that are truly awesome and can provide big gains if you focus on them and size up. Talks about dealing with losses unemotionally and how it's pointless to blame the media or shorts or the market in general. And this is kind of when he goes off on some sort of motivational rant about being disciplined and taking responsibility and such. He talks about embracing patience and kind of appreciating the periods of inactivity, which are then followed by periods of great opportunity. And then again, he talks about like not wasting your time with most stocks because they're not worth it. He details his system, what he looks for in a company, chart formations, moving averages he uses, how he manages positions. If there was one knock against the book, it's that he doesn't detail enough about his actual trades. If he turned 50 grand into 7 million, why not talk in more detail about that? Okay, he posts a lot of charts, talks about you could have gotten in here, you could have added here, you could have done this. So he talks more from a theoretical standpoint rather than saying, this is a stock that I traded, I bought here, I added here, I added here, I added here, I held it, I sold here, I made 300 grand. He never does it. He never actually details his specific trades. He just talks in theory about like, this is a chart that I traded, this is what you could have done, but he doesn't actually say how he did it. So that's a knock, I would say, against the book. But overall, I like it. He opens up to all aspects of his world, how he operates, how he thinks. I like it a lot. I definitely think there's some nuggets in here that you can grab and apply to your own trading. So Insider by Superstocks by Jesse Stine. I recommend it. Check it out.